You're not on. There you go.
Hello. Hi, guys. Here we are.
Click on chat.
Oh, so we can see the chat.
Yep.
Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. We do this every Thursday night at 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
And we are live on YouTube. We are live in my Cricut design space with Melody Lane Facebook group. We are live in my Cricut Joy Facebook group. And I posted a link in those groups just a few minutes ago. And if you click that link, it's for Restream Chat. We will be able to see your name in chat now because we are seeing the chat over here on YouTube, and we can see your chat from Facebook, but when you're in the groups, we cannot see your name. So if you sign up, you don't sign up, you just give permission to give your name to Restream. It's not signing up. But that way we can see who you are while you chat. We're also live on my Facebook page.
I want to say you copied the colors of mine, and you didn't like the colors of mine.
No, I didn't. He's looking at my balloon I made today because I have a little bit of an addiction. You haven't noticed?
So making balloons. I made one, and it took me 3 minutes.
Would you like to see his balloon that took him only 3 minutes? And he was so proud. This is his hot air balloon.
It's hot air.
I have to say,
I blew up the balloon. That's hot air.
You don't even have to hang it. You can set it on a table and the balloon is up. Mine you have to hang. He is going to make a hot air balloon.
Not like this.
He's going to make it out of 24-inch paper.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see how this turns out because it's going to be double the size of these, and these actually look small here in the video.
Here's your half.
So here I didn't finish it because I made a mistake and I want to
copied
show
my
you.
colors.
I didn't copy his colors.
Yes, she did.
So here's,
You'll
I
see
wanted
my
to
colors?
see what it looked like with patterned paper.
That's why you didn't want me to use that blue, because you're using that blue.
No, I didn't. Because I didn't know. Okay. So first, let me tell you a story. Started with this one. In my last Patreon hangout, somebody made this balloon, and they said they really need a video on how to make this.
This was your next one.
I know. I'm going to show them.
Okay.
And so I thought, okay, I'll do a video. I got to do, this is my test cut. This is my test cut paper because I never used this color. So I have a stack of this color, of this size, of this color. And this was very difficult. I think that's why there's no videos, because it is hard. I thought, okay, I did it. I'm going to do it again, and then I'll do a video. Well, I didn't even want to do it again. It was a little frustrating, and it kind of looks okay from far away. Not too bad. It's not too good up close. And it's very difficult and frustrating. And I don't like to do things that are frustrating. So I scrapped this, not doing this. And I decided to design my own balloon out of free shapes. So this balloon, there's 5 files. 2 of them are for the Cricut Joy. The Cricut Joy balloons turn out exactly the same size and everything as these balloons.
I just want to say, can you imagine if the Joy had like smart paper that was 40 feet long?
It would take 2 people to make that one.
It would be awesome.
So now this wasn't done. This was just the first part of the balloon, and I decided it's way too small. So I went from this balloon to this balloon. I'm like, that's not gonna work. Because it's not big enough. I wanted something big that will hold a cutie. So then I made this one. Let me show you up close. Is that this one? Yeah. So the purple, where's my hand? This one, that was my first one that I made. And I thought it turned out pretty good. It's not that good.
I like it.
I was trying to make it so the string hanging it is also the same string on holding up the little cutie thing. And it turned out okay. This part here that goes around, I even just cut that with scissors. I just kind of guessed on that. But yeah, the same string holding that up is the same string here. It only has one string for the basket and the whole thing. Which, because I thought I didn't want it to rip the top paper, because these are just made out of cardstock. And I didn't want the basket to be too heavy. So I thought that was a great idea. And it worked out, but it was extremely hard to get that right. To get it so the basket was even. That was really hard. I almost called Alex in to help me to hold this so I could do it, and it was really hard. And you guys know how I like to make things easy for you. So then I thought, I'll do that blue one. And this one turned out horrible. It looks okay, but when you look at it up close, I had
a oblong.
Yeah, that's one of the it's only one problem of it. Notice how it's not as full as the other two.
Plump.
Cute. Turn it a little, because it depends on how you're looking at it. It's not even. Like, see how that's not very good? So that one, the string is only hanging up the top of the balloon, and then the strings at the bottom, I thought, well, this will be easier after doing the yellow and purple one to get it even at the bottom, because I'll just do the strings. I cut the same length of strings. That is so difficult to tie a knot and get them all even. They're not even. As you can see, his little basket is at an angle.
And he's just laying down because he falls out way too easily.
And I also tried to curl the paper to make it shaped like a balloon. You can see that didn't turn out well. So then I decided I do need that string to hold the bottom of the balloon and the top of the balloon. And then on this one, we used paper, which I wasn't sure was going to work. It worked wonderfully.
I haven't done one of these at all yet.
Yeah, he's never made one of these.
So, before we get started, I'm
not done with this. So I was worried about just gluing the strips of paper. So it's going through holes here, and it's going through holes here, and then it's doubled and all glued together, and it's really strong.
Doubled like you folded it in half, right?
Yeah, it's folded in half.
It's a long
and
strip.
This piece is glued on top of those pieces, so it's really stable. I also cut out little squares or rectangles to put over these areas to even double it but it's really strong. And I figured out how to get these all even. So notice how the pink one is really even? That blue one should be that way too. But when I made this one, I realized how to do it. So I'm going to teach you guys how to get it more even like this. But Alex is going to make this one. This one is Hot Air Balloon 2. And I'll show you in Design Space what the difference is. And this one is Hot Air Balloon 1. So they're all the same. They're just different color codings, the way we put them together. And you can do it any way you want. You can cut each slice out of a different color if you want. You can do it any way you want. Okay.
I'm just going to show the size of each strip.
Okay.
So like yours.
Oh wait, let me go back.
To normal.
Yeah.
Not zoomed in.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's yours.
So here are my strips that make up the balloon size. You can see that's the size of them.
Here's mine.
And here's Alex's strips. Yours are so long.
They're like 22 inches, I think.
I can't even get it there. That's the different sizes. So his balloon is going to be really, really big. And then the basket's done here.
It's going to be great.
Are you guys excited to see how that turns out? I am. Yes, you can make a Christmas one.
I feel like it's going to be a little flimsy.
I don't know. Mine aren't flimsy at all. They're really cool.
They're like massive.
Okay. And I'm gonna show you them in Design Space. First, I'm going to show you how to get them. But first, we have to do the shout outs. Here's a shout out to a few of the people who support this channel on Patreon. Renee, Ron, Linda, Monica, Terry, Joy, Kathleen, Gloria, Debbie, Kathy, Debbie, Terry, SD, Huntress Habits, Marla, Mariette, Diane, Janice, Mary, Brenda, Gail, Sherry, Jean, Juanita, Christine, Annette, Tammy, Beth Ann, Donna Marie, Paula, Jackie, Darlene, Ginger, Kiona, Joan, Erica, Kim, Grandma Sparkle, Purple Paisley Planner, and Rindy. A huge thank you to my co-sponsors. You guys are awesome. Okay. Let's go over here. So this is MelodyLaneInspired.com. Anyone who supports my channel of $2 or more, and you can do it annually for only $21, gets a password to all my projects. So you just click here on support or projects, put in the password I give you, and I did this before. I don't know why it's doing this. Not now. Okay, so the easiest way to find this, you can find it under new, and I forgot what else it's under. It's under all occasion, and it's also under type 3D projects, but the easiest way is to search hot air.
It's there. Really just hot, and it pops up.
I made a hot air balloon card in the past. This one is the 12 by 24, so we'll put a picture in when he's finished. I didn't want to put one of these pictures, otherwise you wouldn't get the size. So there will be a picture in here. So if you have the Joy machine, use the ones, this one and this one, that say Joy. The only difference is I took out the score lines in the basket, but that's easy to score them yourself. So you don't have to worry about that. Everything else is the same size. So I think I have some of these up already. To open my projects, all you have to do is click open and open. And then you can save them to Design Space. It'll look like this. And hit edit a copy. Alex, you should pay attention.
Okay.
Alex has no idea how to put these together.
This is true.
And he's rolling away. Okay. Oh. Okay, now it looks like there's nothing there.
Yeah. Even if you zoom all the way out, you still have to...
Okay, we're zoomed out to 25%. So here's his basket. These lines, I just have an extra one. They're so little, it doesn't really take up more space. This is the piece we start with, and I'll show you all this. But, so this is hot air balloon. I forgot what, this one is 2. So Alex is going to show you how to do 2, although it says 3, it's just the size. So he's going to start putting his together. Let me move this. You have 2 circles. One has a square. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit, and then we're going to get started actually doing it. You're going to glue these all here, but you're going to start top and bottom, then this way, then this way. It's kind of set up like a clock. And
so you do like a cross first?
Yes.
Okay.
I put in 12 and 6, 3 and 9.
Okay.
Now when I say those numbers, I'm talking about a clock, not a digital clock, an analog clock.
Right.
So you put in those 4 first, and I'll explain how to get them all even and stuff. And then the second layer, once you do that, then you put the other 2 colors on, like you would put this one in between these, and you know, every other one they would go in between these.
But
But what?
I cut all those out in one color.
All of these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said you put 4 in.
You put all of these in.
Oh, but you start with those 4.
Yeah, so you just start with the 4, then you put 2 here, then 2 here, then 2 here.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you how to get them perfect like I did on the pink one.
Okay.
Now, you guys, it's like I'm teaching Alex, but I'm teaching you too, and this way he'll have questions.
Yeah, I will.
That you may have questions when you're doing it too.
Oversized questions.
And then once you have all of these, you go every other one with these. So these 2 colors will go in between every other one.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. And then, so this is hot air balloon 2 also, but this one's the large one. Do I have, I thought I had the other one open. Let me see. There we go. So this is the one I'm doing. And this one is a little bit different. This is hot air balloon 1. This is like the gold and purple and green one. I do have to say hot air balloon 2 may be easier, although it's not a big deal. So I have 2 of these together like this. And then I will put these in between them. I'll put the orange and red ones first. So I'll put a red one in between the orange, an orange one in between the red, and a red one in between the orange, and orange one in between the red.
What about the yellow?
I'm going to go like that. And then the yellow will be in between the orange and red together. See, like it would be right here. And the yellow would be here and here.
I gotcha.
So you guys don't worry if you're not getting it yet, because we're going to actually do it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back to seeing how this goes.
So
although
this
mine's
is the
different
one.
though.
Yeah, yours will be easy. It's all one color.
And well, no.
And then you just put these in between the color.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready?
I guess.
Okay, we were gonna do this. Okay,
Mine's sideways.
I know. Is that okay?
I don't know.
That way they can see more of it. I think it's the same. His camera is much further up because we figured it might need to be further up.
My little arms.
Did we show them this one? Yeah, we did. Okay, I gotta move your balloon out of the way. Your red balloon. Okay. You also might need a hole punch. You don't really have to have a hole punch if you can get a tool that will poke a hole in your project, and wherever that hole is, you won't see it later anyway.
Someone need glue.
Yes. Here's a glue for you. We are using our glitter glue today because it dries faster than that Barely Art glue.
So I don't need to worry about my other 2 colors right now.
No, you need the circle with the square. Welcome, Christine. So you got your circle?
Yep.
And your holes in your circle, we should probably edit that file and make the holes smaller. Because look at, okay, give me yours so they can see them together. Look at how big his circles are. These are for the strings. He just made it all bigger. We didn't edit the things there. So that.
My basket is a little tall too, we found out.
Oh yeah, but we're gonna put something else besides cuties in his. So, okay. I have to look at my design space project because my colors go a certain way.
So, do the tabs go outwards? Right.
Okay, so we have a good question. If we used a pattern, do we turn the pattern over face down to glue? No. You can glue everything like this. So the pretty pattern would be up. Because when we go to put it down, it's gonna go like this. So pretty side up.
So tab goes on the outside, right?
Yes, this little tab will go on the outside. So you're gonna glue these bigger spots. Oh, you need a pen. I forgot, we also need a pen. Some kind of ink pen.
I got a Cricut Joy pen.
That'll work. Can be any kind of pen. Okay, now first,
What do I need?
okay. I'm not using my yellow ones until the second layer.
So I glue onto the line.
I start out with this color. So, just watch me.
Yes, mother.
I'm putting glue on this piece. When we start out the first layer, we're putting glue, and the second layer, we're putting glue on here.
Okay.
So, I'm starting out with my bottom piece, and just like up to the circle.
You mean square?
Square, I do mean square. Try to get it kind of even.
I take the lid off my glue.
And then I am following what it looks like in Design Space for mine, and I'm going to do a red one here. Oh.
I don't do red.
You just do all the same color. And then I do a red one here.
Going really fast.
It's okay. I timed myself when I made this one. This took me about 35 minutes just to put this part together. This does not have the basket yet. Whoops. Don't glue it to your table. Okay, you can glue the other pieces. You don't have to hold them so, because they're just flat.
Well, I was just moving them.
Okay, that's going to take more time to move it every time. Do you have to do that because it's so big?
Yeah. You go ahead and teach everybody and then just come back to me.
And you guys, these are not hard to put together. Okay, so now I have the 4 beginner ones. So now I'm going to put the next 2 together. So on mine, you have like 2 colors here, 2 colors here, and then the orange will be in here, and then 1 red and 1 orange here, and then 2 red will be here. And you'll see me. So now I'm going to put these 2 on. But I want to make sure they're even. I don't want them to be like this and have a big space here. Awesome, Christina, you upgraded. Now you get all my projects. What I want to do is kind of place them without any glue. Kind of place them so what I can see is kind of even with my eye. There's a bigger space here than here. And one thing that I found that helps with that also is the points in here. So like you see the negative points, try to make them match up. Like if this was here, this point is up here, but then this one is way down here and they're not even going around like this. You kind of want it to go into a circle. So we're gonna try to get these even.
Hand raised.
Yes.
Well, what do I do now?
Okay, now you follow me.
But
so we're trying to put these on evenly, and you kind of want these to go in a circle up here. Like you don't want to cover up the holes. You don't want to go way at the end. You want it up just a little bit.
So go diagonal first, and then have room
you want to
for
put
more?
2.
So do 3 go in between here?
No, only 2.
Only 2. So then one
And we
right
want to
here.
put them on at the same time, kind of. So yeah, so now you have to get another one to place on. Now you got to try to kind of lay them so you think they're good. And once you think they're good, you're going to take the pen and trace around them. Now you will never see these pen marks. So I'm tracing around this red one. Oh, let me put that back. And then I'm going to trace around, oh, I have more room here. Let me get this back. Now I'm going to trace around the orange one. Now, if you don't get these perfect, remember, you guys liked my balloons before I had the pink one up. The pink one is the only one where I even worried about this at all. And so the others are not perfect, but they still look good.
So how far do I trace? All the way to the table? You
can. Because they're going to be covered up. Because there's going to be another layer of things even on top of here.
Okay. I messed up.
That's okay. So now I took both of mine off and I can see my line of where to put the glue. So I'm just going to cover this entire spot with glue. And then I'm going to put this one on first because it has writing on it to show where the red one will go. And then I'm going to add glue on top of this orange one inside the writing. And then put that red one on there. Now, and I'm still going to double check this to see if I think this is right because the glue's not completely dry. Could you possibly just hold them in place and pull them up and glue while they're holding it steady?
Just rolling back the top part.
Yeah, just rolling back the top and gluing it. You could try that. I don't know. I feel like they will move on me more. Okay. You did good, except for this one. The corner is up much higher than this one and that one.
That's why I asked you.
What did you ask me?
Can
you move it? Is it glue? It's okay. It'll be okay. But see, try to get them so these corners are, so do you see what I mean by corners? The points?
Yeah. No, I had no idea that's what.
Okay. Well, now they know. It's okay. It's not ruined because I didn't even do my first two balloons that way. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next ones. And these will have two orange ones here.
And I'm just doing the same color, right?
Yes.
So you're saying you're doing different colors. I'm like, mine.
Nope, you're doing all the same color. And I'm going to place these up here. Too much stuff in my way. And I'm going to eyeball them and try to get these two. So this is 12, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to try to get these two even. So it kind of looks like a clock.
When you mess up once, it kind of makes it difficult to play catch up here. There's no.
No, it doesn't make it difficult to play catch up. That's why we did those 4 first. So now you're only worried about where the other 2 are. Remember to use your pen. So I'm going to put glue here. I'm going to put glue down for both of them, but I'll still need to add more glue for that second one. And I try to do it fast enough so I can still move them if I need to, if they're not good. Yes, I was looking at the empty parts of the point. They say you're doing great, Alex. It's like an octopus. So now I'm putting a red and an orange one here, so we have 2 reds and 2 oranges. See how this one is number 1 style and his is number 2. Yeah, so you're looking at the empty parts of the points to make sure those are kind of even in a circle. And you also want them kind of around the same area up here. If you have one down low and one up high, you're going to see that difference in the balloon.
Wait, what was that last part?
If you have one down low and one up high, you're going to see that difference in the balloon. Like if you put them up too high.
Okay.
Just as long as they're kind of even around.
They're not.
Well, you just have to... You did the 4 on the box though, right?
Yeah, they're perfect
Okay.
on the box.
This one just looks up a little high, I think. Move these down a little lower. I think that'll be all right.
The points are all off if I do that.
No, you just move the points sideways. You move them sideways to get the points right, not up and down.
That's another thing to know then.
So yeah, if the points are off, these empty parts, you don't have to move it up or down. You move it side to side to get it right. And this one, I don't think I have high enough. Let me do this one again. Remember, it wants to look like a clock.
Wants to. If it will or not, for mine.
That's okay. It's your first one. And when you're making mistakes, they're going to know that so they don't make that same mistake. Now you got to put more glue. So
on top, I know.
Are you drawing on that one too?
Am I drawing on this one? No.
Okay, I am.
Okay, that's where that will go.
And then put glue there.
I am.
Okay, now I want you to watch me do this one. It's hard for him to watch and do it at the same time. Okay. So what I did is I drew around both of them, then I also drew here, so when I place this down, I know where to put the glue, so that fits there. Okay?
I will attempt.
Oh wait, I forgot to put glue here. And you want to, whoops, I need to put glue on top of here so I know where it goes and I don't have to like put it down and look at it. And I feel like that one I put too close to here according to the other side.
Not quite this one.
You're doing good. You're ahead of me, Alex.
Yours will look much better.
I don't know. We'll find out. They look good even when they're not perfect. I move these. Let me. You're doing great, Alex, they say. Now this one, I have this negative point way up here and this one's way down here. So I'm just gonna slide it to the center more. Okay. And I like to move it to make sure I'm not gluing anything to the table. Okay. Now, oh, I do have more red. I'm going to show you how I'm going to save my yellow ones last. Okay, now show them the colors you have.
Over here. Oh.
So now yours are going to be
Yellow. I went with printer ink colors.
Yeah. So yours are going to be, every other one will be yellow and orange. And you can go ahead and label
yellow and orange. I have no orange.
Pink and yellow.
Okay.
I'm doing orange.
So yellow.
Now I'm going to show you a mistake I made. When I did this one, I put this colored paper too close up here to the circle. I needed to put this, was it, oh no, not just the pink and pattern paper. I did not do well. As you can see, the edge of this, the edge, these little squares at the end of them are to be glued on the outside of this ring. This one wouldn't even reach. So some of these pink ones would not reach at all. So I'm gonna have to make sure I cover that up. So do not put them so close. See, on this pink one, I even like covered up part of that circle. They're way too close to the top because you need them a little bit down lower than the first one because they're going over the first one. So see that blue in mine? That was like Alex's. That blue is my first layer. My first layer on this balloon was all blue. And so when I put these on, I didn't give enough room down at the bottom. Now, this will be all covered up, either with this, or I might do the other side, at the top. So it will look pretty when it's finished. So I made them too close. As long as they fit within this area, it's good. So that's why we don't want to put it up too close. But you don't want to put it too far. You want them to reach, but so I think you're pretty good.
They want to go, these need to come down farther?
Yes, they need to come out just a little bit further than your first layer.
Okay.
Does that make sense to everybody?
So I should just do it like this. I can't put them all down because it's being grabbed by the octopus right now. I can go like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you said to put them all down, and that's just not.
You don't have to.
Not going to happen right now.
Okay.
With the space I have.
No, that's okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece and I'm just going to, after each layer, just see if this is gonna cover it.
Okay. You can do that. Okay, so now with my pattern that I'm doing, I'm going to put an orange one in between the blue ones, and I'm putting a red one in between the orange ones.
But this time I'm not using the pen though, right?
No, you don't need to.
So how much do I need to glue?
Oh, so for this one, you could put glue right on your piece and then lay it down.
Okay.
But these are confusing me because I don't know what I have glued. So I'm just going to do one at a time. Okay. So I'm going to start with this one and just glue it on in between these two. So I'm going to flip it over and put it here. And I put it, now I want to look at these, Alex, you want to look at these negative points here to make sure these are even here. So you're only going to have 2. Yeah. And I'm lowering it just a little bit. You can see that red underneath here. So you can see how this is lower. Yeah. Now look at here, Alex. The negative points here you want to be even.
Yeah, they're close.
Okay. That doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to put this red one in between here, the same way I did the orange one in between the reds. And I'm going to lower it down just like I lowered that one down a little. And then I'm going to look at the negative points here to make sure it's even in between these 2 orange ones.
How much are you gluing at the end?
I just glued like this.
Okay.
You could glue a little more.
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah, you probably should because it's so big. I see Jill's questions. She says, how do you know which color to layer first? Which ones will show? So like on this one, the blue one, we layered first.
It has more. Blue has more.
Yeah.
So that would be usually the one that you want to.
But on this one's going to be like every other color. It's going to be different. So I just start out with 2. With the yellow one, I only needed to cut 6 of these. The bottom layer is what's going to show underneath. So the first layer we did will be the underneath layer, if that makes sense. So now I need to put an orange one here. Yeah, the last layer, which is this one, is going to show the most. And you could add more colors. You can make it any way you want, just as long as you put them kind of in this order and make sure they're even and stuff. Like I said, that pink one was the first one I ever made even. No, the Joy one will not be very small. The Joy one will cut out the exact same size I'm doing now. The Joy one is the same size as this. The Joy will cut it out this big. It will not be any smaller as long as you have the 12-inch mat. So the Joy ones are the exact same size as we're doing now. So if you are cutting this out on the Joy, it's going to be the exact same. So I'm just putting all these in here. Okay, so now I have to do my last color. And these will go in between like the orange and red. See how these orange and red ones need something in between? There's kind of holes here. So now we're putting these in here. I might do it this way. This balloon will be called Sunset Balloon. put my glue exactly where my thing needs to go. And I'm looking at the empty points to make sure it's even in between the two. Karen asks, will the red line tape work better instead of glue? Well, no. At least mine doesn't, because on the pink one I thought, at this part I didn't use glue. I did on the part where I attached these to the ring. I thought that would be so much easier. It wasn't. It didn't, it actually came apart. So my red line tape did not hold it. The glue did. Am I missing one? I am. I gotta find my yellow. Oh, there it is. When you grabbed it to show, I'm like, I'm missing one to show the size difference. What are you folding?
I'm just holding it.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, and glue gives wiggle room so you can adjust it. Because I usually do have to adjust it. Okay. Are you guys following along?
Done already?
Yeah.
So go ahead and finish yours and then you can walk me through it.
Somebody asked if they're different sizes. So mine is made with 12-inch paper. Alex's is made with 24-inch paper. Other than that, they're all 12-inch. Even cut with the Joy, it will be this size. Okay. So next, after we're finished, we're going to flip it over. Okay. Now we're going to go through. Oh wait, let me first. Now we're going to grab this bar that has the little circles in it. They're not circles, they're ovals. They're very thin ovals. And we're going to just put a little glue and we're going to make it a ring. So I just put a little glue and we're making it a ring. So I'm just going to hold this and read the chat. This really is fun. So this is actually going to be the inside because I flipped it over. You're doing good. Are you pulling those down enough so they will be?
Yeah. I'm starting from there and then I'm moving them down. They're all, see?
Yeah, okay. Okay, now when I think my ring is done, I'm going to start with these, and what I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do first. That's a little wooden heart from Alex's card. I'm going to start with the bottom layer of the ones I did with these 4. So we're starting, you know what? No, that's not the 4. We're starting with the original 4. Let me turn it this way. I can tell which 4 I started with because they're right underneath the circle. They're the top ones. You have to turn yours over before you get to this point.
Yay.
That's all right. Now, this is important. So you'll see this twice because I'm going to do it now and then I'm going to help with Alex. Can you see the hole? See that hole there? It's closer to this side. We need that to be on the bottom, so it's going to be on the top because this is the bottom. It's going to be like this. So this is this ring, and we're going to glue all the pieces up to this. The first row is going to be on the inside of the ring. See how those orange ones is the back of the blue paper, because I use pattern paper, are on the inside. And then the second layer I put on is glued to the outside.
This one's really far off.
No, Debbie. Debbie says, shouldn't the circle go on top before continuing? No, that top circle goes on last because we need to glue something on top of the string. So when we push the balloon together, like this one doesn't have the balloon, I have to put this balloon through here. We're gonna smash this through here and put that in because we have to tie the string to this as it is, and then we glue that string on here and then put the other circle on top. So don't use that other circle yet.
This one's going to be really far off because these are way down here and these are way up here. They're really spread apart too. So that was a problem I had with that.
It'll be okay.
That's probably the first side that I didn't know.
Okay, so right now our balloon is upside down. So it's gonna be like this. The little circles have to go on the top. Otherwise you're gonna glue over those circles and you need those to hang the basket with. So we're gonna take the first 4 we started with. We're gonna take 1 and I'm gonna put glue on here and I'm gonna glue it inside this circle and make sure the holes are not on the same side I'm gluing. So I'm putting glue on, like, it's got like a little square at the bottom of each one, and I'm going to glue that on. And we're gonna try to get it as straight as possible. You're doing fine. Okay, so now once I get one on, and make sure that it's more like this. You don't want to glue this one from the bottom of your balloon to the other side. So you want it to glue it to this side. And then we're going to take the one straight across and we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to glue it to this side. So it's going to be straight across from this one. Kimberly Hanlon says Alex is too quiet.
I'm sorry. When I am talking, I'm talking to myself.
He's never done this before. And it's going to turn out just fine, Alex. Even if it's not all even. None of mine were even until I got to the pink one. I don't know if that's perfect. Yes, he is concentrating. Welcome, Crystal. Okay, so now once I have those up, this stands up all by itself. Isn't that fun? So now we're going to take the ones across and we're going to glue those up into this. That's your last one, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just putting glue on the little square part and placing it into the center here. And on this last one I made, I didn't do this so good, getting it centered. Hi, Sherry. Tony says you're doing great, Alex. And then this one is straight across from this one. Once we get these 4 on, it's easier. So I'm going to glue this on the inside. So in case, oh, you ready?
Wait for mine to dry a little bit.
Okay.
I'm just kind of watching.
You have to lift this up and you put glue on this side. Thank you, Terry. That's awesome. And you want to do this without covering up your little ovals cut in. Alex is going to flip his over. That is going to be so cool. And I like those colors you choose. At first I didn't like the blue with the pink.
She was trying to change my colors. I'm like, this is my project. You don't change my colors.
He was not yelling like that.
No, it wasn't.
But I kind of didn't like that blue. I wanted a brighter blue. I thought it would be good with the pink.
Darker.
Well, brighter is what I meant, but the darker one was brighter. But I like it.
So you took one of these.
Take your strip that has the ovals.
There it is. Put some stuff over here. Okay.
And you're going to glue it together. You're going to put some glue.
On one side of it.
They can't see what you're doing.
So
yes.
Ovals.
So
up.
yeah.
Okay.
What does yeah.
I'm looking at yours.
Yeah. Probably put glue on a 1/2 inch of yours and just glue it together and make sure it's dry before you continue. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with my first layer that I put on. So like I'm going to put these 2 up and I'm going to place these. See, mine are not perfect because I have less space between these 2 than I have between these 2. There's a lot of space there. So it won't be exactly perfect, but I'm going to put these up, put glue on both of them in between there. See, I feel like I should move this one. I'm going to try because that is just, it was way too far over. And I couldn't tell that until so I'm going to place it in between those 2.
Now you said you started with your first 4?
Yes. And
see.
Can you see your first 4?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. It might be harder to see in video, but once you're looking at your project, you can tell which ones are closest to the circle.
And then I just put glue on that first tab and glue it right like that?
Yes. You do one and then you do the opposite one. Yep.
Yeah.
See, it's not hard once you do it.
Just trying to find where to put my arms through. Wait. So I do all the blue ones first?
Yep.
And then I can go whatever?
No. You do your first ones first and then we'll talk.
Yes, mother.
Because your other ones then get glued to the outside ring, to the outside of the ring.
Oh, weird. Didn't expect that.
It's because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, well,
no, it won't float up there until you have another one.
I wasn't paying attention because I was still doing stuff from mine.
Thank you, Lavetta. She says you are doing a great job explaining it. Makes sense. That's kind of hard sometimes for me to explain it and have everybody be able to understand. That's why I tried to explain it before we got started and then explain it once we got started. So now I'm moving over to this side, and then these were the next 2 I did on that bottom layer. So then all the ones you see here now, At the bottom, these will be this is my second layer. And once you do it, it'll get easier. And like I said, mine's not perfect, his isn't perfect, but they still look good. It's 9 o'clock. I knew this video was going to go long. But doing it on your own, once you do one, you could do your next one. It will not take an hour.
And if you're doing it, you're not trying to explain it to other people.
Yeah, it always takes longer when I'm trying to teach it. And we didn't start actually working on them right away.
Yeah.
Yours might not stand up like mine because it's just too tall.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think it'll be fine.
It's going to need some craft board in there, I think.
No, it's not.
I think that was...
I don't think so. I think we're going to be good because we're going to string it up. I think. We haven't tried the 12 by 24, so I'm hoping it works. So here's this bottom part. Now I need to do these. And you can turn this all the way around. That's how I did all the others, but I think I can do it without turning it. But, okay, so tell me you guys, in the video, where do you think you would put a balloon?
Question.
Yes.
How close to the bottom do I get? Do I go right up next to this one?
Let me see what you're talking about.
Does this one go right next to that one, like touching that one?
Hold your other one, and you're gonna put that one up real fast, and then put the next one up, and you're gonna kind of put them in between the two.
Okay. I see.
Do you know what I mean?
I kind of see where it needs to go.
Oh, I just did this one. So you're gonna try to get them centered between the two you're going up against.
I gotcha. Yeah, that'd be fine. So I'm not going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I can...
Now you can do two at a time in between the two. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now I got these two orange ones, and I'm going to put these two orange ones and try to put them in between the area here. Yeah, I think these would be great for kids' rooms. Somebody said a baby shower too.
I feel like it would have been easier to do this way, because there's so much more space in between those two and nothing here.
Okay, that's the problem I had because I didn't do it right. So can you rip one off? Because when you put them on the 4, you have to try to make them glue up here the opposite area. You know what I mean? So they're even. That's what you didn't do.
Yeah, you didn't say that.
Well, now you know.
I'm just going to go down the path.
But then you might not get them all even. You might have a big space at the end.
Yeah.
So just put that one in between the two you have up. Well, no, wait. I would put the other one up. The one you took down. Yeah. Put that one, put more glue on it, and then put that in between those two. Okay, there's my first layer. You can make like flowers out of this too. I'm reading your chat. scroll down and see all the chat. Yeah, you could make it a light somehow.
You have a light, kid.
That's for a big light.
This is a big light.
Carrie says, I'm going to place a tea light in the basket and make enough for lighting at our camper. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
How much did you overlap when you glued the circle? I did about 1/4 inch. It doesn't matter too much. Alex did about 1/2 inch on his. Okay, so now I'm going to start gluing my outer pieces. And I'm going to glue them to the outer part of the circle. See, now these I made them plenty long enough because they all reach the circle pretty well. But I'm going to glue them pretty tight as they will go. Like, I don't want these to be out too much further than these. See where the red and orange? If I just glued this right there, it has a spot here. So if I glue it up a little higher, just as long as I don't cover up those circles, we'll be good. Yes, all the strips are the same size. Except for Alex is doing a much bigger one than me. But all my colors are all the same size. So now I'm just going to go one at a time around the circle. And I'm putting glue. That's a lot of glue. I put too much glue on this one. You on your last one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yellow one's coming down there. Now, what I did on the pink one, I thought I was getting smart, and I put red line tape all the way around the outside, and then I just stuck these up really quick. And then the red line tape didn't want to stick. So then I had to re-glue a bunch of them.
So what do we do next?
So next you're going to just lift your other ones and you're going to glue them to the outside. But make sure they're a little tight and not, like, because I over made room. If they're too tight and they don't reach, you can just glue this down a little.
So, but you want to make sure that there's no spaces, right? Like
Yes, that there won't be spaces if you put them in the correct spot.
Okay.
But you could glue that up a little higher.
Like up there?
Well, no.
This way.
Yeah, just so it kind of fits around the balloon well. I think that's good.
Okay.
How many strips are needed for the 3 colors? They're actually the same number of strips for all of them. So I think you need 12 for each layer, no matter what colors you use.
For each balloon?
Yeah. Betsy, you could use staples. So to do 1 balloon, you need 24 strips.
No, I don't need to do just the yellow, right? I can just go around.
No, you can go around and do the pink.
Okay.
And you can, like, sometimes this doesn't want to stick the first time. Sometimes I put glue right on my, like, I'm putting a little on my red strip and then up here on the ring. So I'm going to glue this not only to the ring, but to the red strip on this one because it didn't want to stay. So Alex, you could put, like on this one, you could put a little glue on the strip here too.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, because it's lifting off. And it's not.
Yours is harder because it's so big.
See, it's just lifting.
So glue it to the blue strip a little bit. I'm gonna turn mine around. Make it easier on me. Okay, now this one, it seems like it wants to go up there to fit this. So what I'm gonna do is, I glued it too far down a little bit on this one. So I'm just gonna cut the top of this one off. Just a little bit, not the whole thing. And then I'm gonna glue this up here so it fits this better. It's just the placement was off a little. Because you don't want this one to be too loose. See how that, I'm exaggerating the looseness, but you don't want one to be too loose. And so if it doesn't fit up here, then just cut the top off. Oh, I have hot glue gun.
A hot glue. I have hot glue gun. You mean a hot glue gun?
No, I have like 3 of them.
Yeah, but you just.
I just said I have hot glue gun. This one's not sticking. Sometimes it just happens. It doesn't stick. Gotta wipe off my glue. I got glue all over my fingers. Do you got glue on your fingers, Alex?
Yes.
Good. I didn't want it just to be me. I'm putting a little glue on these strips under here and there.
I can tell that I didn't do great with the blue. So there might be some spaces.
No, I think yours is like that because it's so big, but once it hangs, I think it's going to be okay.
Okay.
And with my first one I did, there's a few spaces. You don't really see them well. And with the blue one I did too. Can anybody name the last project I used a hot glue gun in?
Can you?
No. That's why I'm asking. It was this year or this past year.
2020. Not
Yeah.
this year.
Because I remember everybody wanted my hot glue gun mat. But I can't remember the project. Now, the reason I'm not using hot glue is because I didn't want to make this extra heavy. And I know hot glue makes things heavy. You could do just a spot of hot glue and hold it in there. Oh, see now, this one, I did not place, this yellow one, I placed between these 2 orange ones. And I did not place that well at all. They seemed like it, I think, when I did it, but I didn't. Oh, no, wait. They weren't between the orange ones. They were between these 2. The red one in there. Okay, I did it okay. Oh, I was making rolled flowers for the box card. Thank you, Charlie Park. Also, Charlie Park would like to know if there's a list somewhere on the internet of the Cricut Cuttlebug embossing folders. I said, I don't know of a list. There probably is a list somewhere in someone's blog back in the day where there was a list. So if anybody knows that, Charlie would like to know. I don't know if I used it when I made my tool holder. How you doing, Alex?
Okay, I think. There's gonna be another ring that goes around this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then.
So it's okay if this is messy. Just don't cover up your circles. You didn't. Got glue boogers everywhere. Yes, I did burn myself with the hot glue gun, I think, and I used lavender oil. I'm really excited to see Alex's done, just because it's so big. Tony says, Alex, it's really sitting round evenly and looks good when you pull it up. Looks excellent. Yeah, I think his is gonna be great. His is like flat like this because it's just so big, but that's okay because it's gonna hang better than that.
I think these are starting to become slightly overlapped.
I overlapped my red one. But here's what mine looks like with the different colors. So I did balloon number 1 and he's doing balloon number 2. You can also make your own design in any colors. You can, you know, you can do 4 or 5 colors if you want and just put them where you want to put them. Okay. Or it can be a pot like this, like it kind of looks like a vase. We can maybe make a lid. We could even push it down.
There's so many holes in it, you would have to glue the sides of all the paper.
I don't have holes in mine.
Yeah, but if you put something in there, it'll find a way out.
Oh, well, that's true. But, you know, or we could make a ring to put around it like this. Oh, that would be neat. This yellow one, I feel, is not gonna stay. Let me glue it on here. Yes, I created this file out of free shapes. And I share it with people who support my channel for $2 or more. On Patreon or on YouTube is $4.99. Oh, and this Saturday is our supporter hangout. So you guys get to hang out with me in a private video. It will not be public on my YouTube channel ever. If you support at $5 or more, you get to hang out in the Zoom video, and all other supporters get to watch on an unlisted video, and we have a big announcement. I don't know when I'm going to tell it publicly, but I'm going to do it Saturday in our hangout for supporters. Okay. What are we going to do next?
I'm still working on this, so.
You're almost done. Okay, so this orange thing is the basket. If you cut this out on the Joy, you do not have score lines. You can use a scoreboard. The Cricut trimmer has a scoring blade, so you can do it that way, or you can just fold it. It's pretty easy. Every little edge here has a score line. So you just fold these up like this. All of these fold up like that. And then, poke out that little hole. Then each edge, you can see that folds there. So you just fold, see at those points, you just fold them all. If somebody types in Patreon, Nightbot will give a link to Patreon. It's patreon.com/melodylane. Okay, then we're going to put glue on these little tabs and hold that up to make the basket. And I'm going to do one at a time. Yes, Tony, I was thinking of that. You could even, we're going to put this ring is going to end up going on the outer edge. You could put something on here. You could write a letter on each one of these that say something or say somebody's name or happy birthday. There's so much you could do. You could add decorations to it if you want. So I'm going to put glue, you see it, on the little tab there.
Uh-oh. That wasn't my last one. And one just fell off.
That happened to me too. And we're just going to glue that tab onto the side of this one. So the corners are flush, like that. And I'm going to hold it for a second.
What are we doing?
We're going to make the basket. Get your basket.
Got the basket.
So now you need to fold it on the score lines.
Doesn't matter which way.
No, because it's the same either way, unless you had pattern paper. And that link you see on the video is Alex's YouTube channel.
Good. Yeah, I'm guessing. I'll fold these inside.
Yeah. Where's my string?
I don't know.
Well, that's what we need. It's a big thing of string. I have it here on my desk.
When?
Today, like I thought all day.
I didn't move it?
Used it?
Why would I use it?
No, did you move things off the desk when you moved things? It was over there.
All the stuff I moved is over there.
Where over there?
On that other table.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay, make your thing. Oh, that's too much glue.
So this goes like so? Just
Yes, try to do it in camera.
okay.
Maybe try to, 'cause
Put this on here.
Yeah. I gotta find the string. We can't.
It's right there. It's under your phone. Are you serious?
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Here's my phone. And I couldn't find my string because I put my phone on it.
Every day.
Okay, I got this string from Tuesday Morning years ago for $3.49 for 180 yards. It's just baker's twine. This color doesn't match my balloon at all. Should I try to match it? Do I have enough? I have this red one. Oh no, look at this one. You can use this one because you need a lot. Look at that one.
Perfect.
It pays off to hoard craft products, but I can't find the end. What do you guys do when you can't find the end?
Try the new one.
That's what I'm doing. Oh, there's the end.
Is it the one that you made?
I don't know. Okay, so you need about 4.5 feet of this for this size. So Alex needs a lot. That's what I said. You need the big one.
You need 4.5 feet? Why?
Well, I did 6 feet. I ended up cutting off a lot. Because you just do. So I'm getting...
That's a great answer. That's a parent answer.
Because I said so. You'll see what we do with the string. This is not just for hanging, it's to form your balloon. So I'm just going back and forth on my mat for a foot to kind of, so that's to get a rough draft of what I need. Okay. So you need, I don't know, you need a lot. Why don't you do like 9 feet?
9 feet? Excuse me.
It's okay if you have too much. Okay. I'm putting the lid on my glue. So now this is a 1/8 of an inch hole puncher. It doesn't really matter exactly the hole size. You just need the string to go through it.
Well, I got roughly 10 feet.
Okay.
I think. Honestly.
Cut it.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Okay, so now we're gonna punch holes in this. We're gonna punch 3 holes, and they're gonna be in between these holes. Now what we're gonna do with this...
Sounds dangerous.
No. It'll be fine. Because we're gonna tie the string to the top here and here, so we have a nice ball, kind of, you know, like a balloon. So it's shaped like a balloon. Because if I just hang this, it's gonna be like my blue one that will just stretch like this. And Alex will have a nice...
Look inside, guys.
That looks kind of cool. It'll just have a nice, can't see, oh, there you go. So it just has a nice shape, and it keeps the shape. And if you want it flatter like this, you could do it flatter like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, Alex, watch me because we're sharing this. So I'm gonna go in between these 2 holes that are already cut, and I'm just going to, is that right? Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I get this right. Cut a hole. Not too close to the edge. So that was my first hole. I cut through that yellow one. It doesn't matter. And then we're going to go between the next 2. Now if you don't have a hole puncher, you just need a hole in there. If you can use a weeder tool that has a point into something like soft to poke a hole. You just need the string to go through. This is a really old one. That did not cut. Let me go try to get in the same spot. Okay, now your turn.
So, like here, and not too close to the bottom. So
Right.
Which way is? What's the?
That's just to hold it straight.
Okay. So like there. Like that?
Yep. Are you doing it in between your?
Yeah, the ovals, in between the ovals.
Yep.
But it's lower than the ovals.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. Mine's about even with them, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, sometimes it takes two hands. And if you're going through more than one thing of paper.
Yeah.
Good. I thought it was just me. So now I'm going to string one string through the top of the balloon, push it through, and then you can push this down, and I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if you can see. See? You can see it. I'm going to go in there and grab it.
I can put my whole hand in there.
Okay, so put the string through. I'm so excited about the color of the string. Matches my balloon.
So through one of the holes?
Yeah, just through one of the holes. I hope I'm doing this right. I gotta remember. I only did this once. I only did it right the once. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so now we're gonna take the string and you're gonna put it through one of the holes from, I don't know if it matters from the inside or the outside, but whatever. So like I started from the inside going out the hole. So I'm gonna drag it around and do the same thing. So I'm gonna take this end and put it through the inside and then through the outside again.
Hold on. Mine came in one color.
Yeah, you have to lick it and twist it.
I did. Okay. So
And then
in or out?
yeah, out and then go
Around?
no. Once it's out, then put it from the inside in the next one. Okay. Now if you guys do this differently, it'll probably be just fine. I just never tried it any other way. This is just how I did it.
So am I dragging a lot of this through here?
Yeah, because then your string that you're pulling through has to go back through the other hole.
Okay.
And then, so I got it through all my circles, but I'm gonna put it through the first circle again. I don't think I did this the first time, but I just feel like it'll be more even with those three, like a triangle.
Yeah. I smell what you're stuffing in.
Huh? What's that mean?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so then I'm left with this string on the outside after I have like this kind of a triangle of string. And I'm gonna throw it in. Well, I'm not gonna throw it in. I'm gonna hold this edge and I'm gonna push this down and stick this through. I'm gonna try to stick it through the other hole. Did I get it? No. I'm gonna lick it. Okay, I think I got it. Did I get it? No.
So you went all the way around and then through that one again?
Let me see your top. Yeah.
I started with this one, went in, out, in, and then out the same one again.
Okay, then you're gonna grab the tip and you're gonna put it through
Yeah, that's what.
to the other one.
was making
And yours
sure
is
that part.
easier because you can stick your whole hand in there.
Yeah, but
You can put tape, Scotch tape on the edge to make it a little stiffer. Or I'm just gonna push it all the way down. Is that the right hole?
all right, I got mine through.
Hold on. I can see the hole.
Just put your hand in there.
My whole hand won't fit. But see, I can see it. I have it in there. There we go.
Look, it's like one of those pool things.
See, that would make a pretty flower. I'm gonna design a new flower. Okay. So now I have it like this, and the tighter you pull this, the flatter this is gonna go. So you have to get it.
This thing?
Yeah, I don't
feel like
know.
I should-
Yours is so big.
I should put that other piece on here first to cover this.
No, that you do that after we tie it.
Oh,
So
because these are already. Yeah, I gotta reglue this piece.
yours might take 2 people.
Maybe.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie a knot up here. I'm not gonna pull this really tight and tie the knot, otherwise it's gonna look like that, and that doesn't really look like a balloon. So I think that looks about right.
You're doing what?
I'm tying a knot, but I'm not gonna pull it too tight because I don't want my balloon to be flat.
It's
And then I'm gonna, well, even if you hold it up, this string comes up here, and that's why we need to glue the other one down, because it'll hang like that until we put the other piece on.
roughly where this was at. You think?
Oh yeah, I can see in the video.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that looks
a little bit,
good.
right? So I tie a knot right here.
Yeah. Don't pull it, otherwise it goes.
Yeah.
So now I have my other circle, and I'm gonna string the ends of my string through that circle. But we have to glue this first before we put this down. But I'm just
So these go through,
through your next circle.
but the circle goes on a certain way. Line up these.
But we're not gluing that on yet.
Right. I just want to make sure I get the right. Well, that lines up nicely.
I'm actually, oh yeah, see, mine doesn't cover up all my things on my yellow ones. I put them out too far. See, I was too scared because of my last balloon. I didn't put them out enough. So these I put out too big. But I can always cover that up with it if I wanted to make a bigger one. But no one sees the top of it anyway. Okay, but we're not putting this on yet. I just wanted to put those through.
Do I tie it again or no?
No. Pull it off, and you're going to glue this knot.
Oh, that knot.
Otherwise, your balloon will sink down.
I gotcha.
So you're going to glue that knot and glue. I just put glue around it.
Ooh, too much glue.
And then I put glue on the circle.
On this circle? Okay.
Yeah. In between the holes. You can put a lot of glue around the outside. And pull the string through. And on mine, I turned it like, so the circles are not right on top of each other.
Oh, so it closes it almost?
Yeah,
But then it's completely different colors.
that's okay. Yeah, yours is so big. But yours looks better than mine, Alex. Because look at the top of my balloon. My yellow ones don't reach. So hopefully you're all learning from our mistakes. Although now to fix this, I could just make another circle and enlarge it to cover this up.
I should have just lined up the holes.
It's okay, just let it dry. See, it never looks as good when we make it in video.
So all my practice.
I know, isn't it weird? Okay, so we can just set this to the side and let that dry.
Set it to the side where?
You're okay.
Roll it to the side.
Okay. Now,
it's very wrong.
yeah, we'll see what it looks like once that's dry and we can hang it. We'll see what happens. Okay, now you need your little strips.
Oh, hold on, let me look this. It's very...
It's kind of flat on top. Mine is
wrong.
too. No, it isn't.
I glued too far down. I shouldn't have glued...
Oh.
I should have just
Is
stayed
that
with
what
the
it-
tabs, yeah. So if you glue too far down, it makes it flat.
Okay. See, mine's a little flat too in some spots on the top.
Luckily...
So that's... It'll be
you won't-
fine.
You won't really be able to see that.
No.
If
Because
we're
we're gonna
able to
hang it.
this one.
So, learned another lesson. Don't glue too far down. Stick with the tabs at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
now we're going to get these little thin strips. They can't see them.
what can they see? Did the camera
They
move?
can see the balloon. Can you move the balloon back further? There. You should have 3 of these.
I have 4.
Okay, yeah, you should have 4. You only need 3. So what I'm gonna do, what you should do is,
Fold them in half.
no,
Oh.
fold like 1 inch or 1/2 inch the top.
So 2 inches on mine.
You could. And make sure they're all the same. Make sure you fold it in the same spot. So I'm just lining them up next to each other and folding them about in the same spot. Or trying. Not doing a great job there. You could line them all up and make an ink mark across the 3 of them so they're the same. Okay. And then we're going to fold them in half. And then this is how far the basket will hang. Well, not exactly that far.
So
So we
once they're
fold a
folded-
tab and then fold them in half.
Okay. And so now the folded part is the top of it?
Yes. So it looks like that. Yes, you probably could use pipe cleaners too. But pipe cleaners might not fit through these holes. But you could use the hole punch and make the holes bigger. Okay. Let me think. So they're going to go through here.
So
And I'm doing
just
them
the folded
so
part?
so the hook is on the inside.
Okay.
It's not a big deal whatever way you do it.
Sorry.
You don't really see it in the end. Okay. So then these are going to go, the little hold on, the little hook there is going to go in the little strips in this ring. And then you're going to glue your strip to that. And then you're also going to put glue all along here so these two strips become one.
Hold on. Did you start?
So I have it like this. You did it differently than I did.
I thought you. Huh?
I have my little tabs coming on the outside. It doesn't really matter.
I think it does because I'm all sorts of confused right now.
Then put them the same way I'm doing them.
I thought it was.
No, they're the opposite.
You said they go on the inside. I got it. So I just put this on.
Yes.
And then this glues down.
Yes. So I have them through here, and I'm going to go ahead and put glue all the way down this.
So should I glue this part first?
Watch me do it.
I can't see. I just see your hand.
Scoot over.
Okay, yeah. So.
Look, I'm putting glue all the way down. Then I'm going to put this up so it's set in the hole. You know what? I'm going to glue this down and then put glue on top of that. So then we got one here. Now, if you don't want the basket this far away, you can always just make these shorter or fold this tab closer. Now I'm going to roll it a little to the next one. I'm just going to do one at a time. So I'm going to put this little inch part at the end and put it through the little slit, and then I'm going to put glue on the ring of the balloon on that little orange piece and all the way down the strip. And then I'm pushing that down. I'm going to put glue on that too. The reason I'm doing this like this instead of just gluing strips inside is because this won't rip. This won't rip down or anything. It's really in there well. So if you put something heavier than a cutie, like you don't have to make this for cuties. And put this through the basket. I can't get it through the hole. There we go. Oops, don't fall out of the hole. I'm gonna stick that down.
done.
Look, you're done before me. Oh wait, I gotta put glue here. Okay, now we gotta put the last ring around it. The last ring may be too long.
Which might be okay.
Now, we also have these squares. You could put these squares here for extra strength on the inside or the outside.
I'm gonna do that on mine. I have
Because
different ones. I have 3 pink ones and then I have 3.
I have yellow ones too. You could even just do them for decoration too.
So with this, should we go all the way up to that? The bottom of that?
No,
or-
it'll hang down lower.
Okay.
So this ring is wider than the bottom one, so it's gonna hang down a little lower.
But I want it to go to the top of the other one.
So what I'm doing is I'm just putting glue on here. I'm gluing the strings too. Gluing these tabs that I used for the cutie basket, the basket. Boy, I'm using a lot of glue. Don't think I need that much glue. Okay, I don't have glue around the whole thing yet, but
Yeah, I have
I'll
to
just
do
start.
half of mine at a time.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna put it on here. And you gotta kind of hold it. Like mine, on my other ones, is not sticking to the whole second ring. It just depends. So I'm gonna hold it on this side first before I put the other side on. And then we're done. Alex could do a print and cut of your logo to go on your balloon.
Yeah. I did these colors because I have no reason to keep this.
We're gonna hang his in my craft room. Well, you guys, when I moved in here, I think even before I moved in, I wanted to hang hot air balloons from the ceiling. But I needed to find easy hot air balloons, not the hard ones. And so I've never made them before. Now I have hot air balloons to hang from my ceiling. And I think it was Janice Sassy? Sassy? Is that how you say her name? You know, this isn't on here evenly. Because she wanted to know how to put the Cricut balloon together. So I was working on that to share that, and that didn't turn out too well. So I'm putting a little glue on the piece that I have so I can wrap this all the way around that. And then I'm going to cut off this little extra, and I'm just going to cut it off at an angle. You don't have to. And put some extra glue down here. Now we're going to have to go over to the other camera so he can hold his up.
Oh, glue on, okay.
Mine, it wasn't ever glued around the whole entire ring.
That's what it looks like.
I think it's okay as long as it's glued on there. So here's my sunset balloon. Okay. I need my yellow cutie, I think, in this one. Uh-oh. Is mine not even? I'll get my cutie in. There. my top piece of glue is not dry yet. Okay. You're just gluing yours a little more. My cutie's in there backwards. There's my little yellow cutie. There. It's like that wasn't straight. Now it is.
A little nervous about mine.
Maybe you should let yours dry a little bit. Because my top piece is not completely dry. I probably need more glue on that. But he fell down.
What time is it?
It's almost 10. He's got to stand up. And then you just tie a knot at the top to make a loop, depending on how far down you want it. I guess I should do that. I need to glue this a little more though. Let me grab my glue. Okay, here comes Alex. Wait, look.
I put the, oh yeah. I put the blue squares on over the, get it right. Get the other thing.
No, it doesn't go like that. He's not laying down. We got a cutie riding a flamingo in a hot air balloon.
There you go.
Look at how big it is. So his is the 12 by 24 paper, and mine is the 12 by 12 paper. It's a bit of a difference in size.
Slightly. Yeah, you can see
his is a little flatter on top.
But because I glued all the way through here.
Yeah, don't glue that much.
So just do the tabs.
I'm gonna tie this. Oh, I need to glue mine a little better.
Look like I can hide
Mine's
two
coming
of them.
I'm gonna wait till mine dries better. Saturday morning you'll see mine hanging up there. So top isn't dry yet. Oh, and I'm putting another knot at the top. Like at the top of my two top holes.
Yeah, there's a tear in mine.
So I think I put a knot at the very top again. I think I did that on the others. So put a knot at the top. And then you can glue that. Just to make sure it all stays. You can glue the knot. I gotta glue this on. Don't try to hang it until the glue is dry.
Yeah, and if you're doing the big one, you definitely want to do that knot because it tore.
Susan says, Alex, you can bend the top once it's dry to shape it. I don't know, we'll see. But I don't think you should mess with it yet until it's...
Yeah, no.
Alex will take a picture of that.
I will.
Or do you want me to take a picture of it and share it? I will take a picture of his hanging. It'll probably be tomorrow. We'll let it dry overnight. Overnight. And share it tomorrow. So they're not hard to make. And we made the mistakes for you. But even with a few mistakes, they're still good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Do you want to say goodbye? Saturday, I'm giving away a Cricut Cutie. I think I have 8 or 10 of them to choose from of the extras I have. They're in boxes. They're new. So make sure you're watching live Saturday morning, 11 a.m. for Design Space class. Yeah, I'll share when they're hanging. And we'll see you later. And tomorrow, no, not tomorrow. Saturday, my supporters will hear an announcement. All right, guys. Bye.
Toodles.